managing just one win in the league so far. But speak to any Forest fan and they'd like nothing more than to kickstart their season against their arch-rivals Derby, who began the day at the other end of the table in 5th place. But they have stuttered lately. Martin Fisher was at the City Ground to see who would walk off with the Brian Clough Trophy.
It's a rivalry that dates back to October 1892, a rivalry that escalated in the 70s and has intensified even further in recent years. Forest versus Derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures on the Championship calendar, and one that traditionally brings goals at this end of the A52, an astonishing 16 in the last 3 clashes at the City Ground. Forest are unchanged. Their only doubt was Luke Chambers, whose girlfriend is about to give birth to their first child. Nothing happening yet, so the skipper plays. Greening, Reid, Miller and Derbyshire, all summer signings. Injuries upset Derby's settled side. 3 changes. First starts this season for Roberts and Robinson. It's 6 months since Thomas Sifka last began for the Rams. Ex-Red Nathan Tyson is amongst their subs. Let battle commence. Derby get us underway, attacking the Trent end away to our left-hand side. Early goals have been a theme in this game here recently. Up goes Miller with the touch, collected by Derbyshire, back towards Miller, danger here, Miller is in, and off the line by Roberts, penalty has been given. Penalty given by referee Matheson, is it? And a red card for the goalkeeper as well. What a dramatic start at the City Ground. I did warn you that there's always drama early on in this one. How about this? Goalkeeper Frank Fielding sent off. Let's have another look at this. The flick on from Miller, the layoff from Derbyshire, and then Miller bustling into the 6-yard box, and Fielding dives across him, and referee Matheson points to the spots and slowly but surely brought out the red card. What an introduction for Adam Legzdins. Signed in the summer from Burton Albion, and in front of the Derby supporters, a chance to make himself an instant hero. Lewis McGugan has taken Forest's earlier penalties this season. He's on the bench, so it's Andy Reid. Scores! Forest in front again at the City Ground inside the opening minutes. Just the start he wanted. That might just lift some of the pressure that has been building on the Forest boss. Goalkeeper given no chance, sent the wrong way. And Reid across to the A block to celebrate. McClaren had 3 years at Derby as a player in the mid-80s, and a decade later was the assistant to Jim Smith as Derby climbed out of the Championship and got into the top flight. Ben Davies. There's a bad slip there for one of the Forest players who stayed down. We'll come back to that in a moment. Hendrick for Brayford. Forest, and certainly their fans, are expecting Derby to put this ball out of play, but I'm not sure that Derby know what's happened here. Play continues with Shackle. Nigel Clough is telling Derby to carry on here. Carry on, he says. It's not our problem. It's Ward against Majewski. Ward to the byline. And still going, Jamie Ward. It's a great run, and he scored! Jamie Ward with the equaliser. Forest wanted Derby to put the ball out of play. Nigel Clough said, no, you carry on. And boy, did Jamie Ward do precisely that. On he went. And Ward levels for Derby County. But it will be another huge slice of controversy in this fixture. Got away from Majewski, got away from Gunter, and then somehow beat his Northern Ireland colleague Lee Camp at his near post. 1-1. Chris Cohen is the man down for Forest. Now, he slipped there, there's no foul, it's not a head injury. There's nothing to say that Derby should kick the ball out of play, but there was an expectation amongst some of the Forest players that they should do that. But Nigel Clough, I saw him down beneath me, say to Derby, carry on, carry on. Faced by Lynch. Worked the space well. Ward goes in. Well, he's the smallest man on the pitch, Jamie Ward, only stands at 5'5", but he got his head on that one. Couldn't direct it, but he got his head to it. Testing ball for Shackle. Reed inviting Lynch to try again. Is that handball? Yes, it was. Davis with it. Brayford pumps the ball away, and what's the referee going to do? Yellow card for John Brayford. It's a soft yellow. And here's the handball, no doubt about that. Reed swings it in. Good delivery. Forest with another chance with Greening. Shouts of handball. Who handled it? Was it a red shirt or a white shirt? Well, the referee didn't spot anybody. And it's a throw-in. Well, the shouts there for handball against Shackle. His arms were close to his body. Scott Matheson with that big call early on in this game. Looked to me as though Fielding was just standing his ground. Certainly his eyes are on the ball, not the man. It's a big shout by the referee. Controversial moment, not the only one in this game. Miller. Moussi. Lynch. Good ball. He's found Miller. Miller with the shots. Through the legs of O'Brien, and Legzdins was down smartly to block. And Miller has looked the most likely for Forest throughout the afternoon. It was a powerful drive. Robinson still full of running, and he's kept it in. Held up by Chambers. Davis in a bit of room. Back post have got a man over. What a miss! What a miss by Hendrick! Oh, how did he put that one wide? Oh, how costly might that prove to be? Cue the boos. 20 minutes into the second half. The former Nottingham Forest striker Nathan Tyson, when he got on the Derby team coach earlier today, by the way, Nigel Clough led a chorus of boos to get him used to this kind of reception. Real urgency about Forest now. Time ticking by. Miller, Findlay. Chance to centre now. Good ball in. Derbyshire in there. Just a touch, that's all it required. Might well applaud the delivery. What a ball from Findlay. Cannot complain about his team's work rate today. They have dug in and tried to cover every blade of grass. Over the top by O'Brien. Forest appealing for offside here. Morgan's clearance. Ben Davis first to it. Struck goalwards and in! Oh, what a finish! And it's Jeff Hendrick! The man that missed the glorious chance earlier. My, has he made up for it with that sweet strike. Terrible defending by Forest. Morgan's clearance was weak. Davis in there quickly to pick up the pieces. Hendrick said, this is mine. Bang! Goal! 10-man Derby take the lead with less than 20 to go at the City Ground. What a sweet strike from the Irishman. McGugan looking for Lynch, who's in behind Brayford here. Joel Lynch, what a save, Legzdins. What a stop. That was hammered towards goal by Joel Lynch. Strain beginning to show on the face of Steve McLaren. Majewski can hit them, and does. Might bounce anywhere, it's Morgan. In the way, Anderson. Moussi over the top. Roberts hasn't got far with that. Chambers! Oh, Chambers. Roberts couldn't get distance in this, stretching every sinew. It was going to be a special finish if it was to find the back of the net. The Derby fans whistling for the final whistle. The Forest fans whistling their disgust. All eyes on referee Scott Matheson, who blows for full time. It's all over at the City Ground. What a dramatic afternoon. Nigel Clough wins on his former stomping ground, a day that couldn't have started much worse. His goalkeeper sent off, Forest in front from the spot after 2 minutes, but then Jamie Ward and then Jeff Hendrick scored their first goals of the season for Derby to win and pile the pressure on the beleaguered Steve McLaren. It's a wonderful day for Derby fans. It's a miserable one for Forest ones. At the City Ground, Nottingham Forest 1, Derby County 2. How do you sum up that performance and that reward today?
Well, for my lads, it was an absolutely staggering performance to go out of 10 men, 2 minutes on the clock, 1-0 down, and then come back and win. We'd have been extremely happy with a point at any point, but to actually come back and win, incredible performance really by the lads in there, because we haven't spent much. We haven't spent too much money over the last couple of years, but what we know is that they're an extremely honest bunch with an awful lot of heart.
Well, Steve, what are your thoughts after that one?
Shock. Pure shock, and I think that's how we played after what was a fantastic start. Penalty, 10 men, and we never looked in trouble, and then defended so poorly, conceded the goal, and from then it was as if shock.
Derby's equaliser, Forest's Chris Cohen was down. Derby worked the ball to the left-hand side. I saw you say to your players, play on, play on. They did. They got an equaliser.
Yeah, we played to the whistle.
We should have defended the situation and then complained. We didn't. We conceded. We felt aggrieved, and we never got that aggravation really away from us. So lessons to be learnt, and harsh ones. I said it'd be difficult to go out in Nottingham now for many weeks, and deservedly so after a performance like that. Unacceptable, and I feel for the fans. I feel for everybody involved in the club, and we take responsibility for that, and we have to solve it. This is very low, and we've got to make sure that we now get it right and start climbing.
Yeah, some pretty strong words.